that I'll be able to ride on the coattails of these guys' success. Hopefully make you smile, perhaps even laugh. Doubt that following that. And hopefully not bore you into the depths of your wine glasses. Thank you sincerely, everyone, for coming today. It was a truly fantastic day, and I'm sure you all agree with me that Natalie and her bridesmaids look beautiful, as does the dapper Matt in his swanky ensemble. I'm not used to seeing Matt without a brewery t-shirt on, so it's incredible to finally see how well he scrubs up. So, what can I say about Matt that hasn't already been said? Well, you're probably aware that Matt's not a great fan of anything that requires him to use his legs. in a forward motion. So, for a prolonged period of time. So you may not realise that Matt used to be a very keen cyclist. In fact, if he hadn't been for his intense need for speed, it's unlike we would have ever met. It was late afternoon on a Friday. Night was approaching, but it was still warm, basking as we were in the hot summer of 1989. I was outside my front garden playing with something, probably myself, and from where I sat... But, yeah, suddenly I became aware of a figure approaching, clad in shorts and a t-shirt, like Liam McMullen's t-shirt, proudly straddling a beast of a tricycle, frantically pedalling and accompanied by his nanny Hood, whose affectionate nickname, it occurs to me, was never fully explained. The figure came up to me and asked me to join in the game. Little did Nanny Hood know she was witnessing the coming together of two great men and the beginning of a lifetime friendship. Holmes and Watson, Batman and Robin, Matthew and Simon. And so we grew together, and it was an incredible ride, always making plans for the future, which seemed to change on a virtually hourly basis. One time we were bowling and decided without doubt upon our mission to become the next Kingpin. That was until we crossed into the arcade, played a game of Luck and Wild, and realised it was our destinies to become Ferrari driving detectives. Truly achievable life goals. We're still waiting for the Metropolitan Police to take delivery of the Ferrari 430, then we'll sign up. So like every under 30 in the 90s, Matt and I were obsessed with the TV show Friends, and of course identified with its characters. Matt's quick wit, positive outlook, and hilarious attitude to even the most extreme situations meant he quickly became a Chandler, as I'm sure none of you are surprised to hear. Matt's plan was to then move to New York City, accompanied by a continual laughter track and his very own Simon-shaped Jerry. That's not quite what happened, of course, but he did achieve the next best thing. Matt moved into the Matt Shack. Never heard a tale of such a place. Here's a brief overview. Located in a prime location, the bustling back streets of suburban Enfield, yet away from prying eyes, situated as it was in a converted garage, in the back garden of a block of flats. The Matt Shack had it all, and it was the envy of every bachelor. It's the only place I've ever been that's enabled a guy to watch TV, make his bed, cook a full English breakfast, and do the associated washing up, all while sitting comfortably on the toilet. Yes, there were issues with extreme damp. Yes, you had to crouch down to get any form of coverage in the shower. And yes, all the doors opened backwards, but that was its charm. The experience was so enjoyable, in fact, Matt pretty much immediately headed off to Birmingham, leaving behind the Matt Shack for a much less desirable one-bedroom with balcony. But ever generous Matt, though, clearly just wanted another lucky bachelor to experience this treat of a dwelling. Speaking of Birmingham, some of you may have seen our photos of our exploits whilst on Matt's stag do. Many feature Matt, accompanied by the must-have accessory of the season, a walking stick they picked up whilst in A&E. I know what you're thinking, though, stag do hijinks, but I feel I really ought to take this opportunity to set the record straight and ensure Matt's reputation is restored. Now, as you know, Matt is always one for dreaming and winning big, planning out in his future, determined to be the coolest Matt he can be. So this was just another one of those occasions. All the rest of us saw that night were his legs giving way and he mended him up on the grotty nightclub floor. Unable to get back Apparently that's not what happened though, Matt explained afterwards. Whilst the rest of us were drinking to excess, being rowdy, Matt spotted potential danger. Now, copying his hero, the great Bruce Willis, in one of his favourite films, Die Hard, it was as if Matt was atop of Nakatomi Plaza, eager to save the world from pesky terrorists. Now, by virtue of a fire hose tied around his waist, he jumped from the roof, avoided a helicopter gunship, smashed through an office window, and collapsed onto the floor. So swift was he in his actions, the rest of us didn't see a thing. So it's a good job that was there to explain. He wasn't drunk, he didn't slip. It was all part of his latest plan to save the world, and we not need to ask any more questions. So, it's no exaggeration that growing up with Matt has been an epic journey, and I've been honoured throughout to have had a front row seat. We spent hours together bumming around our hometown of Enfield, but it was never boring with Matt, as evidenced by a death-defying stunt involving a bouncy castle in a Wetherspoons and his decision to leap off the the bar onto the castle, resulting in a trip to the hospital. I've seen him earn the nickname Porn King of Enfield after he ordered countless blue VHS tapes to his nan's house.
Or was that you?
The internet was and I've had him sleep over at mine so many times, he's just another member of the family. My little sister Sarah certainly didn't think he deserved any special treatment, taking great delight in beating him up whenever he came over. She would even wander into my room while Matt was asleep on the floor just to stand on his chest, unmoved by his plights of being pinned inside his sleeping bag, and untouched by his grasp for help. He lived on the family. As we grew older, we grew more image conscious, but never grew apart. Matt turned his nan's garage into a gym, and we'd hang out there for hours just working out. All the while being accompanied by the manly sounds of Blue's first album and the soulful melodies of Ronan Keating. So, as you've gathered, Matt and I have been side by side since that fateful afternoon in 1989, and I couldn't be more honoured to be next to him today. His wedding to Natalie marks the beginning of a new journey with a new best friend, but I want Matt to know that I'll always be the Joey to his Chandler. Matt and I thought we could plan out our lives, carve out amazing destinies to ourselves, fighting crime and looking cool in fast cars. But in truth, life has its own ideas, and Matt ended up finding something more special than either of us could ever have imagined, Natalie and Harry. I've never seen Matt happier, and for that I want to thank them. There's so much ahead for you all, so many adventures. We can't plan our futures, it seems, but we can make the most of every moment, and I know you'll have the best life together. So, ladies and gentlemen, please raise your glasses in toast to Matt and Natalie Harding, bride and groom.